large quantities of metals end up daily in the municipal solid waste. After thermal treatment, they end up as residues in the bottom ash or in the flue gas cleaning. With the FLUREC technology, BSH Umweltservice Ltd presents an innovative novelty for the recovery of valuable metals from the flue gas ashes. With this revolutionary technology, lead, cadmium and copper can be recovered for recycling, and pure zinc can be reclaimed for direct use in the market. BSH has developed specialized technologies for processing of residues with recovery of recyclable fractions. Their technologies and facilities are the basis for closing material cycles of secondary raw materials. The idea hit me during my chemistry studies when my professor asked if we could search ways for generating new materials from pollutants. Today, 12 years later, we're here at the waste-to-energy plant Kebag, and we can see how such a technology functions on an industrial scale. 2012 commissioning of the first commercial-scale process started at the waste-to-energy plant Kebag in Zuchwil. It's an extension of the existing FLUWA residue recovery unit with the new FLUREC process. In a thermal waste treatment plant, bottom ash is generated on the grate. In the subsequent flue gas treatment process, the filter ash, which is heavily contaminated with heavy metals, is collected. The FLUWA process removes heavy metals from the filter ash. The acid needed for such a heavy metal extraction comes from the wet flue gas cleaning process of the thermal waste treatment plant. The filter ash suspension flows over the vacuum belt filter and is dried. There yields a filter cake, which is low in heavy metals and can hence, like the bottom ash from the grate, be landfilled without problems. On the other hand, the filtrate, which has a high heavy metal concentration, is the feed for the subsequent metal recovery. And at this point, the FLUREC process begins with the recovery of the heavy metals contained in the filtrate. In the cementation stage, cadmium, copper and lead are separated by adding zinc powder. Filtration for separating these metals is then done by filtration in a membrane chamber filter press. This mixture of metals, so-called cementate, is sold to smelters as secondary raw material and is therefore returned to the metal life cycles. The pre-cleaned filtrate flows to the solvent extraction, where a high-grade zinc concentrate results. It serves as raw material for the electro-winning of zinc and is subject to daily quality control. In the electro-winning, the zinc is deposited and automatically harvested on aluminium plates by using electricity generated in the waste-to-energy plant. The recovered high-grade zinc is sold as a commodity.
Das FLUREC-Verfahren ist für die Kebag ein riesiger Gewinn.
The FLUREC process is a real benefit for Kebag. Not only does less residue mean lower operating costs, but we can produce 1 ton per day of high-grade zinc from our waste. With the recovery of secondary raw materials, the FLUREC technology closes a metal life cycle and increases the economic and ecological value by intelligently treating the residues from thermal waste treatment.